Let me get this right there. There you go, guys. We're back outside at the usual spot. Check, put this right here. I'm gonna give my group winners and tell you why I feel that way. So right off the bat, we're gonna start off with Group A. We got Mexico right now in first place, Korea in second, Chechnya in third, and then South Africa in last. As you know, it was a complete and utter debacle. Doesn't say right now, but these are in the negatives for. Oh wait, these right here are in the negatives for sure. Oh, goal against. My bad. So no, I was right. I was right. I was right. Goal against. Yeah, I was right. So right off the bat, we're gonna start off with these two, considering that these two are the ones in the front. They will meet each other tomorrow, I believe. Um, I am taking South Africa to meet South Korea to take that match. I love Mexico and I like their squad. However, Korea's fast. They they're great at the passing lanes. They find spots around you and they also open up the field quite a bit compared to Mexico, who is mostly relying on their forwards to do a lot of the heavy lifting. They're not really, like I said, I like their squad, but it's not as cohesive and as put together as Korea's. Like I said, game one gave me a lot of insights into different teams right now, and I'm feeling more confident that Korea will jump Mexico in the lead. They will get the jump on Mexico, and they will be the winners of Group A. They will be the winners of Group A. Then Mexico will be in second. That's how I believe it's going to finish out. How I think that the Mexico and Korea game will go, it'll probably be, I want to say, 2-1 for Korea. I do believe Mexico will get a bunch of quality shots on goal, on target. I don't believe it's going to be a super one sided game. I feel like it's going to be tight, and Korea will take it. So we will take SK to win. Over here on Group B, we have Switzerland, Canada, Qatar, and Bosnia. People, they're out and about doing stuff around me because we're outside. Here it gets a little harder considering what we saw transcend. As you can see, we have pretty much kind of a toss up here. We don't have much wiggle room at all, but I believe that Switzerland will stay in first. I believe that Canada will stay where they're at. These two can flip at any point, really. I don't really see them going further than third. If I were to pick who would end up third, I would probably say Bosnia. Keep Qatar where they are. So it would probably end up looking like this. And I know that Canada and Switzerland will see each other. I believe it'll probably end in a draw, probably a 1-1 kind of thing between these two. It really comes down to who scores the most goals. Really, that's that's the deciding factor for the most part. Is who will score the most. And it'll come down to this line. It'll come down to here. Because scoring against them, I mean, it's going to be pretty difficult. Like I said, I believe when they see each other, it'll be a 1-1, pretty evenly matched. I don't really see an advantage anywhere. Uh, so we'll move on to Group C. So, like I said, Group B, Switzerland will take that. That will be the winner. I'm taking Switzerland for that one, and then Canada will falter too. But then I'll just stay in pretty much in this order, I believe so. Now we go on to Group C. We got Scotland. What a what a what a surprise there. Scotland is in first place with three goal differential right here with the points. With the points and then the goals, obviously. Sorry. With the points. Three full ones. That's actually insane. The points here were gonna matter the most too, so I forgot to mention that in the last part. But like I said, Scotland, 3 points, straightforward. They are right now in the lead. Morocco ended up tying Brazil, so these two are gonna chill for a minute. And really, it comes down to who was gonna beat down on Haiti. I feel bad for Haiti in this group because it seems that Scotland came to play. They're not playing around, so this is actually a hard. It's kind of a three-way difficult choice here. Now, obviously, Neymar was not playing in this game, so he could be a factor in the next coming couple of games. I have trouble believing that Scotland will beat Morocco and beat Brazil. That's my reserve there. Because we all know that, or at least we have a positive, like, fortified belief that Morocco and Brazil are going to beat down on Haiti, which will give them each three. Scotland has three. From there, they're going to have to either flat out tie to get five. But like I said, that's going to be an uphill battle for them because, like I said, I don't think they'll beat Morocco, and I don't think they'll beat Brazil. This one was a pleasant surprise. I won't lie, a very pleasant surprise because Haiti always makes it through. Somehow is always here, and I, I haven't seen Scotland in, I haven't seen them in a World Cup situation. So very pleasant surprise. Like I said, they have three. The winner here is a little bit more difficult for me because I want to go with the pedigree of Brazil. I want to go with the pedigree and the fact that they have few veteran players and experienced players from previous World Cup. Like I want to take Brazil. But what I saw against Morocco and Morocco actually having less of their previous players that they had on that previous team where they went on that magical run, it's not looking too good. Morocco, like I said, doesn't have well, doesn't have that squad. So it's a little harder for me to say that they are definitive winners. And Scotland is right now a wild card. You know, I'm always looking for the underdog. The underdog story always I always try to pick in the team that people don't really believe in. And against my fair judgment, I know that Brazil is probably the team people are going for and the safe bet. Morocco is a little bit of a toss up, and Scotland is the underdog, but I will take Scotland to win Group C. Scotland takes it. Against my better judgment, Scotland takes it. I know people right now are screaming at me. Why would you do that? What are you doing? I am sorry, but this was a pleasant surprise, and like I said, I have trouble believing Brazil is the Brazil we know. Morocco is not the Morocco we saw. A bunch of people are missing. It's not a safe bet. So I'll go with the surprise. I'll go with the underdog Scotland. Group D. It seems like this is kind of how I believe it's gonna go. I actually believe that USA will end up winning Group D. Group D, just for the USA. I believe so. These two will meet. I believe this will be a 2-1 favor of USA. Uh, Turkey, Paraguay, those two can like interchange really. I don't really see I don't really see much of a I don't think either team will go past third place really. These two can battle out. I can see a scenario where Australia can take it. I can definitely see that. But right now the goals are +2 for US. So if the United States gets more gets 2 goals, I mean we're talking about 6-3. So it was a good thing that they took care of business and beat up on Paraguay. Like I said, right here, this is a little bit more closer, not as close as up here, but not as a big of a gap as it is on this side because these two will be vying for last. These two, but like I said, this looks like the order that I'm gonna have it in. USA one, USA 1, 2, 3, 4, just like that. USA wins it. That's my that is my take on that. Now we head over to Group E, where we got Germany, Ivory Coast, Ecuador, and Curacao. Straight up, I am impressed with Ivory. I didn't think they would do what they did. I am actually astounded that they're in second place. I mean, that's nobody had them in second place. I'll tell you that much. They probably had them underneath Curacao. That was probably what everybody was thinking. Germany, an absolute dismantling of Curacao with 7 goals. I mean, you can't get any more dominant than that. You just can't. I believe that Ecuador will probably take over Ivory Coast. I don't think Ivory Coast has too much more to stand on, but at the same time, they're not looking too good. So these two will probably interchange back and forth till till one of them ends up either taking this much of a loss or this much of a gain. That depends on them. Germany for me will be the winner of Group E. That's not a debate. I think that this is all Curacao will finish in last, no matter what. These two are going to be switching around, vying proving their worth to where they're going to be at. So Group B is pretty easy, pretty straightforward for me anyway. Now we come over here to Group F. We got Sweden, we got Japan, Netherlands, and Tunisia. This is a lot. This is going to be a 3 horse race. Not that 3 horse race right here. Netherlands, Japan, and Sweden. These guys are going to be just. It's going to get dirty. It's going to be dirty, and this is the weak link. This is the deciding factor. Who scores against them the most? This they're the key. They're the key because right here I can easily see all of them ending in 1-1s. I can see them all ending in 1-1s or 2-1s. You're not gonna get a lot of of of, of, of goals. You're not gonna get a lot of a lot of points either. It's going to be very tight, very contested. Like I said, whoever beats down on Tunisia, um, they'll take this. They'll take this group. For me, I'm going to go with the Netherlands. I'm taking the Netherlands to jump them, to jump two spaces in the first place. Winner. I'm taking the Netherlands to win. I believe that they have a full frontal squad. They have cohesiveness. They have the talent. They have the coaching. Japan, I love them. They're fast. They're feisty. You know, they're fighters. Sweden, I like their talent. I like their coaching. I can see them giving all of these countries, all of these other two countries, uh, a battle for sure. But I'm taking Netherlands. I feel like they're going to beat down on them way worse than 5 goals. I feel like it's going to be like 7 or so. And then they'll probably beat up on Japan, probably 2-1. Probably a 2-1. And that won't be too bad. This one probably end up Netherlands versus Sweden, probably a 1-1. You know, that's the way I'm feeling that this is going to go. So, yeah, I'm taking Netherlands to win it. We move on to Group G. We got New Zealand, Iran, Belgium, and Egypt. Flat out, I'm going to go ahead and tell you Egypt's not making it out of fourth. They are staying in fourth. Iran is going to get jumped over by Belgium. I see Belgium winning more than Iran for sure. They're probably going to beat down on quite a few of these right here. New Zealand, I feel like they are stronger than people are giving them credit for, but mm, I just don't know. I want to go with Belgium here for the win, but I can see the way that New Zealand is playing that they could possibly contest that easy victory. I'm not really worried about Iran or Egypt. I don't think they really play much of a role. I think that they won't get past third for Iran and Egypt. These two are your one and twos for sure. They're going to be, you know, fighting for it. This is a tough choice. This is a real tough choice. Oh man, because this for me isn't necessarily. I don't see this going as high as here or as high as here. You know, I don't see an easy because Iran and Egypt are going to be beat downs for the other teams, and then they're going to face each other. So it's going to be a low scoring and low points. It's really just going to come down to the better squad for sure, and then that's going to give us the points or the goals to crown them winners. See, the problem is that if it would have just if one of these would have given me a win, it would have been easier. But we're sitting here with just pure draws, anyone's game for New Zealand and Belgium. I don't really care about Iran or Egypt. I have no confidence in them whatsoever. I'm pretty sure most people will be taking Belgium just because of the European pedigree and New Zealand being kind of like an outsider in a way. For in that case, I'll take New Zealand. I'll go for the unpopular guy to win Group G. Now we move on to Group H. This one, my God, this one's another surprise, another. This is insane to me. My brain has exploded because everybody had Spain being the front runner, and then Uruguay being second, and then the other two at the bottom. But due to the Spain Cabo Verde draw, we have Spain a Titan down here in third place and Uruguay up in first. This is Spain's biggest, biggest, biggest black spot. This will haunt them because if they could have beat down on Cabo Verde, they would have saved themselves the pain of having to beat up on Saudi Arabia and get those points up as well as the goals. Because right now they're sitting at zero. They have to score on Saudi Arabia to avoid having to decide to beat up on Uruguay. Uruguay is a formidable team. I get it. You know, they have some old guys on there, this and that, but at the end of the day, Uruguay has that pedigree that we all know, and have come to love and sometimes hate. For me, due to Spain's complete debacle of not even scoring a goal and drawing, I mean, I'm gonna have to take Uruguay to win this. I feel like they're gonna be the ones to put the beat down on Saudi Arabia, and they're gonna put the beat down on Cabo Verde. Spain missed this opportunity completely, completely. I mean, it's just probably be like a 2-1. Sorry, they faced Saudi Arabia. I'm still thinking about Spain and its way, but I mean, this is what's going to come down to the fact that they scored a one. Sorry, I had the other thing wrong, but Uruguay is going to put the beat down on Cabo Verde, probably get like 3 or 4 goals, plus 3 to 4 goals, which will give them a 5. And even if Spain does beat up on Saudi Arabia, if they end up with 4, I mean, that's not going to win them. That's not going to win it. So I mean, all these scenarios here, it's starting to shape up like Uruguay will finish in first. Spain will probably stay in third, and Saudi Arabia will probably stay in second. I don't see how, because Saudi Arabia can give Spain war, not as much as we would like to see, but it's just this is the dark spot right here. This is the problem. They couldn't even score one. They couldn't go 1-1, and then there would be more of a chance for Spain to jump up here. But the fact that Uruguay has one and Saudi Arabia has one, Spain has to crawl itself out from the depths some way, somehow, and I just don't see it. They missed their opportunity. The sitting duck of Cabo Verde, both Saudi Arabia and Uruguay, are going to be able to put the beat down on them, and Spain missed it. Instead, having to crawl up here and here. So Uruguay is the winner in my book of Group H. Group I, we got Norway, France, Senegal, Iraq. Right off the bat, eliminate these two. These two don't matter. They'll stay in third and fourth. They won't go anywhere else beyond that. It's irrelevant. Norway, France. Here's where it gets. They already put the beat down on on both uh both easy teams straight off the bat. France destroyed Senegal. Sorry, they're building stuff over there. Hopefully, it's not too loud. I don't think so. We're pretty far. But like I said, France will put the beat down. Has put the beat down on Senegal, so this matchup is done. But then France can put the beat down on Iraq and probably get another 4 or another 3. Right. So this is what we're talking about. Is that each one still has the opportunity before they see each other, or when, or after they see each other, to potentially. It's going to come down to this. It's mostly going to come down to this: who has the most goals scored on their easy opponents. So already both teams have performed excellent and have gone within one of each other. Points, they're both going to get +3, so both of them will be at 6 and 6. And then if they end up doing a 1-to-1, I mean, each one gets one, so 7. Like I said, this is going to be the deciding factor of this group. Mbappe seems to be doing his thing. I kind of want to lean more towards the French, but I'm kind of done with them. You know, they've had their son, their time in the sun, and they've already won a World Cup, and I'm just in this era, and I'm just gonna go ahead and just take Norway. I'm I'm done with France. I don't really want them to win, but if they do, it wouldn't be a surprise. Like I said, these two could go either way. So I'm gonna take Norway as the winner. France, they could definitely take it. Like I said, this is the one where I wouldn't be mad either way. Like honestly, these two juggernauts with easy prey down here. Group J, I mean, this is not even it's not even fair. Like I said, really don't count these. It's gonna be Argentina, Australia. What I saw of Messi, all 3 goals, all of these right here, all Messi. So I'm gonna just go ahead and just do Argentina winner, Group J. Austria stays in second, and these two don't really matter. Now we go on to Group K. We got Portugal, we got DR Congo, Uzbekistan, and Colombia. These are these are happening today and right now. Probably it's probably 12 o'clock in Texas. Um, I'm going to go ahead and, like I said this morning, take Portugal winner. DR is going to fall all the way down. I don't see them doing much. Uzbekistan will probably stay at third. No, no, they'll yeah, I'll probably stay at third, and Colombia will go up to second place. And then these two, Portugal and Colombia, will will probably they'll probably switch around. They'll probably switch. You know, these are kind of like they can win it and they can win it. I see them. Like I said, it really comes down to who puts the beat down on these two. So, like I said, I'm taking Portugal to put the beat down and possibly do a 2-to-1 on Colombia in favor of Portugal. Group L, we got England, Croatia, Ghana, Panama. Like I said, I don't really earlier in this morning. Not taking Ghana or Panama. They're gonna be right here at the bottom. Croatia and England. They're gonna be the ones fighting. They're gonna be the ones who puts the beat down on Ghana or Panama. Who puts the beat down, right? We're gonna be looking at this right here. Points for them. They're gonna be pretty close. These are gonna be pretty close. These don't matter. These don't matter for me anyway. I believe that Croatia's time is done. Done. They had their run. It was excellent. We saw it the last World Cup and the one before that. Fun, fun, fun. Loved it. However, I think it's England's time to shine. I believe that the Crumpet and Scones will win their group, which is Group L. Which is Group L. So those are my picks to win each group. If you guys have any comments or any concerns, or you guys want to bring up some, you guys want to put down your picks, let me know, and I will bring to you guys another video updating you on what happened on those matches. Obviously, I wasn't making videos uh, for the first couple of matches, but I did go ahead and let you guys know what my picks are for those and what I saw and what I feel. So, like I said, comment, like, subscribe. Remember, I have a McCarty shop linked in the description, as well as an eBay and a whatnot. I will be scheduling a show soon. Like I said, somebody's out here building some stuff, which is fine. Um, I have plenty of cards, more that are coming up soon. Like I said, I have to sort through everything and all my inventory, and I have so much stuff going on. But slowly and surely, there'll be more stuff. More some. I'll have some soccer stuff up in a little bit. Some hockey, some baseball. Right now, it's mostly football, soccer. I mean, football, basketball, and some WNBA stuff, and a little bit of TCG here and there. But like I said, uh, link down below. And I also put a link to my Instagram and my Facebook, and my TikTok as well. We will be continuing posting videos and shorts. And like I said, comment, subscribe, like, all that fun, good stuff. We are building a community. Uh, I will see you guys later.